In a world that moves faster and faster, where each day accumulates more than the last, Hiroto's story offers a profound pause, a lesson in the serene wisdom of an ancient Zen master. What if the secret to overcoming our deepest ailments lay not only in what we eat, but also in how we eat? Join Hiroto as he learns how to eat better and feel better in a mindful practice of gratitude and healing. Are you ready to discover how the simple act of eating can become a pathway to health and harmony? This journey invites you to explore the deep connections between body, mind, and spirit. Stay until the end to learn the 5 fundamental lessons for complete healing. If you are enjoying this video and want to support this channel, I invite you to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this beautiful story with your friends. And if you want to share your thoughts with us, you can leave a comment below and tell us your experience. And now to our story. At the edge of a bustling city, there was a quiet ancient temple inhabited by a Zen master known for his wisdom and deep understanding of life. The city streets resounded with the constant din of traffic and daily worries, but an unchanging calm reigned at the temple. One day, a city resident named Hiroto came to the temple. Hiroto was plagued by a series of recurring illnesses and felt tired and drained from the hectic life he led. He had heard about the Zen master and his wisdoms and decided to seek him out to find an answer to his suffering. The Zen master, sitting quietly in the temple garden, greeted visitors with kindness. When Hiroto approached, the master looked at him with serene eyes and said, "Welcome, friend. What is it that afflicts you so deeply?" Hiroto told the master about his frequent ailments and his feeling of chronic discomfort. The master listened attentively, then invited him to sit beside him. "Your quest for well-being is commendable," the master said. "But often, true healing lies not only in physical remedies, but also in understanding the links between mind, body, and spirit." The Zen master, with his serene, penetrating gaze, peered into Hiroto's eyes with deep calm. "Practice food awareness," the master said, his voice as fluent as the sound of a stream gently flowing between rocks. "Imagine you are on a winding road surrounded by a dense forest. The sunlight filters through the foliage of the trees, and each leaf dances gently with the breeze. There you are, with an empty basket in your hands, ready to welcome the gifts nature has to offer." Hiroto felt transported to this image, enveloped by the sense of peace and connection with the natural world that the teacher was painting with his words. "Every food you choose to put in your basket is a journey in itself," the teacher continued. "Close your eyes and imagine that you are holding a ripe fruit in your hand. Feel its weight in your hand, observe its vivid color, and breathe in its sweet scent wafting through the air. This is the first step in your food awareness practice." Hiroto made an effort to visualize the fruit in his mind, to feel its texture under his fingers, and to perceive its taste before he even brought it to his mouth. "Food is more than just nourishment for the body," the master said calmly. "It is a gift from the earth, an opportunity to cultivate gratitude and mindfulness in every single moment." Hiroto nodded slowly, feeling the truth in the master's words. He realized that every meal could be an opportunity to practice presence and gratitude, to connect more deeply with himself and the world around him. The Zen master peered at Hiroto with a piercing gaze, full of compassion. "Let's talk now about the negative effects of processed foods," he said in a voice that echoed in the temple air like a gentle but firm warning. "Imagine you are on a narrow, winding path, with rock walls rising majestically on either side. Every step you take is an opportunity to choose your direction, but you must be careful of the pitfalls that lurk along the way." Hiroto nodded, feeling engaged by the vivid metaphor the teacher was painting. He could almost feel the sense of danger in the air, as if his food choices were a minefield road he had to tread carefully. "Processed foods are like traps along your path," the master continued. "They are deceptive, inviting with their bright colors and artificial flavors, but they hide a bitter truth beneath their surface." Hiroto imagined the temptations along the path, the eye-catching packaging and promises of instant gratification that could lead him astray. "The problem with processed foods," the master said with gravity, "is that they are not really food. They are a hodgepodge of chemicals and additives designed to trick your senses and manipulate your body." Hiroto felt affected by the master's words, realizing how little he really knew about the foods he consumed every day. "Your body is a sacred temple," the master said, his tone calm but firm. "And you must treat it with respect, nourishing it with what is true and natural." With this renewed awareness, Hiroto realized the importance of making more conscious food choices, avoiding processed foods that threatened his well-being. He realized that every choice he made was a step toward health and vitality, and he prepared to continue his journey toward healing and well-being under the guidance of the Zen master. The Zen master looked at Hiroto with eyes that seemed to read the soul, emanating a calmness that permeated the air around them. "Let us now explore together the links between nutrition and emotional well-being," he said in a soft voice, like a gentle breeze caressing Hiroto's face. "Imagine you are on a stormy sea," the teacher began, his words evoking images of waves crashing against rocks with fury. "Each wave represents an emotion, another storm raging within you. But dear Hiroto, you are the captain of your ship, and you must find a way to navigate through these rough waters." Hiroto felt captivated by the metaphor, imagining himself as the captain of a ship at the mercy of the emotional storms that agitated his being. "The foods you choose to eat are like the sails of your ship," the teacher continued, his tone intense. "They can help you sail through the storms, or they can shipwreck you. It is up to you to choose wisely." Hiroto nodded, feeling the truth in the master's words. He understood that the foods he consumed not only affected his body, but also his mind and emotions. "Food can be medicine for body and soul," the master said, his words resonating in Hiroto's heart. "When you nourish your body with healthy, nutritious foods, you also nourish your mind and emotions. But when you rely on empty foods with no nutritive value, you only nourish the emptiness within yourself." Hiroto felt enlightened by the master's wisdom, realizing that his nutrition was not just a matter of satisfying his appetite, but a form of self-compassion and self-care. "Remember, Hiroto," the master said, his voice enveloping like a loving embrace, "the food you choose to put into your body has the power to shape not only your physical health, but also your happiness and emotional well-being. Choose wisely." With this new awareness in his heart, Hiroto became convinced to embark on his journey to a life of balance and harmony, guided by the Zen master's wisdoms and the promise of complete and lasting healing. The Zen master peered at Hiroto with compassionate eyes, as if reading his deepest thoughts. "Let us now think together about comfort foods and food empathy," he said in a soft voice, enveloping Hiroto in an embrace of awareness. "Imagine you are on a stormy night," the master began, his voice warm like a cozy hearth glowing in the darkness. "Outside, the rain beats against the windows and the wind howls through the trees, but you are warm, wrapped in a soft blanket with a cup of hot chocolate in your hands." Hiroto felt lulled by the metaphor, recognizing the comfort and security that comfort food could offer in the storms of life. "Comfort foods are like a hug for the soul," the teacher continued, his tone rich with compassion. "They can soothe wounds and reassure the heart when all seems lost, but it is important to ask, what emptiness are we trying to fill with these foods? And what can we learn to nourish within ourselves without resorting to external substances?" Hiroto nodded, reflecting on the times he had sought comfort in a bag of chips or a candy bar, hoping to quell the emotional storm raging inside him. "Food empathy is the ability to nourish not only the body, but also the soul with foods that make us feel really good," the teacher said, his voice a whisper of wisdom. "When we choose foods that nourish us on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level, we cultivate a relationship of love and compassion with ourselves." Hiroto felt enlightened by the profound truth of the master's words, realizing that true healing came not from seeking external comfort, but from nurturing empathy and kindness toward oneself. "Remember, Hiroto," the master said, his gaze full of love, "every bite you take is an opportunity to cultivate empathy and awareness within yourself. Choose foods that support you in an authentic and loving way." With this new awareness in his heart, Hiroto prepared to embark on his journey to a life of balance and harmony, guided by the wisdom of the Zen master and the promise of a more loving and compassionate relationship with himself and with food. The Zen master looked at Hiroto with serene eyes, conveying a deep calm that enveloped the air around them like a blanket of light. "Let's now think together about how to promote mindfulness during meals," he said, in a voice that resonated like a quiet melody, inviting Hiroto on a journey of inner discovery. "Imagine yourself sitting at a laid table in front of a meal prepared with love and care," the teacher began, his words like an invitation to enter a world of sensations and tastes. "Observe the food before you, like a work of art waiting to be discovered." Hiroto closed his eyes, allowing himself to be transported into the image of that moment of calm contemplation. The meal is an opportunity to practice mindfulness, the master continued, his voice soft as a whisper of wind in the leaves. It is an invitation to slow down, to be present in the moment, and to enjoy each bite with gratitude and fullness. Hiroto nodded, feeling engaged by this new perspective on the practice of mindful eating. When you eat mindfully, the teacher continued, you feel the texture of the food under your teeth, taste the flavors dancing on your tongue, and feel the gratitude flowing from your heart for the nourishment you receive. Hiroto strove to imagine every detail of that experience, to feel the joy and gratitude that accompanied each mouthful. Every meal is an opportunity to cultivate mindfulness and gratitude, the master said, his gaze gentle. Remember to breathe, to be present in the moment, and to give thanks for the gift of food and life itself. With a heart full of wisdom and determination, Hiroto returned home from the Zen master's temple. He diligently applied the teachings he received, embracing a more mindful diet and practicing gratitude at every meal. As the days and weeks passed, something extraordinary happened. Hiroto's health began to improve dramatically. The aches and pains that had plagued him for so long gradually vanished, giving way to a feeling of vitality and well-being he had never known before. Thanks to the Zen master's invaluable teachings, Hiroto embarked on a journey of profound and lasting transformation. Each day was a new chapter in his journey toward healing and rebirth, guided by the light of awareness and the compassion of his heart. And so, surrounded by the beauty and serenity of his new life, Hiroto continued his journey with gratitude and determination, knowing that true well-being lay in taking care of oneself physically, emotionally, and spiritually.